Cue the music, let's go. I'm your boy Ro, OG member of the Orange Bowl Boys, and welcome to another special edition of Student of the Game. Row the boat all the way down to the Coral Gables because your Miami Hurricanes have its new DC, and it's Corey Hetherman making way from the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Last year, nationally, top 10 in scoring defense, top 5 in total defense. So, wanted to pick a game. Let's bring in Penn State, coming in the number 4th team in the country. Minnesota gave them their hands full in this game. Penn State 9-1 in the season. So, on this 3rd and 6, first thing comes out, jumps immediately off the page. They go in motion. Minnesota's not confused. All right, perfect. Now, on the line of scrimmage, you see 2 walk-up defenders. One's going to come, one's going to leave. And right here, you notice this. This was a boundary corner as the motion went away. He's backing up because post-snap window, it's going to change. It looks like it was going to be cover 2, but then because of the, walk back DB into the boundary, now it's going to be 3 over the top. So we're going to go ahead and buzz flat here with one of the walk-up defenders. There's some eye candy for the quarterback to contend with. Here comes a blitz. There's the blitz right here. So you are bringing 4. And quarterback's going to kind of pump a couple times and then throw this ball errantly. And I'm going to tell you and show you exactly how that errant throw happens because I found it interesting. Focus your attention here. Field side, cornerback 1. He's over wide receiver 1. Again, the motion across the field, nobody's confused. They're handling it. And now when he becomes the new 2, watch what he does here. Has his eyes in the quarterback. He's kind of stalking this. He's going to let wide receiver 1 go by and then immediately clamp down on the 2. That's what the quarterback was looking at. That little subtle change is there. One of those safeties that was initially looking like he was just going to patrol a half is now patrolling a third. He's going to get over the top a little bit later. And there you go. You get off the field. We're on the field off and running because we got a new DC to break down. So on this 2nd and 4, Penn State's going to go ahead and motion. Nobody's confused again. Into this ace gun 2x2 look. On the back end, Minnesota's going to play man coverage, single high safety not pictured, so man 1 over the top. But Minnesota's going to blitz, and we're going to go ahead and pay attention right here. And look at this linebacker right here. 57's the Mike. I don't know what number he is. But essentially what he's asked to do, he's man up on the running back, okay? Now, when he sees that the running back is taking that play fake and staying into protection, that's when he's going to get the dinner bell, and that's when he's going to go ahead and try to pull up a seat at the table. So 6 decided to come on this play. If he would have went out into coverage, that was his responsibility. They're fanning that out to the left as far as the defensive line, and they're trying to create this advantage back up to the top. I think they do their job, too, because you're getting a defensive end essentially on a running back. It gets the quarterback to go ahead and, pump fake again. Errant throw, yeah, I know there's going to be a flag. There was no hold on this. I have no idea. James Franklin paid off the ref, I guess. I'm just kidding. Now, here's something else I want you to pay attention to because I like this because this is what I felt last year, University of Miami defense. A lot of times they lost their eyes on the prize. If you pay attention to CB over here into the field side, cornerback 1 and cornerback 2, what they do initially at the snap of the ball, okay, they make sure that the quarterback's into his drops. You still have the field side boundary side DB1 with his eyes back to the quarterback. Then they pick up their wide receivers, and this is what's going to happen here. When you're focusing on your wide receiver, and at that point, make sure you look at the quarterback. He's not throwing a quick pass or he's not doing some kind of a handoff so I can factor in a run game. Now I'm going to pick up my wide receiver. I'm watching him intently, so when they try to pull this double move, okay, no problems. No problems, man. 0 problems. Picks it up like he should. There was the man single high over the top, so you're solid on the back end. So a couple different things to pay attention there. One of the things I wanted to focus on is, where are the DB's eyes? Because I felt like the University of Miami got cooked so many times with their eyes in the wrong place, but it's good to see that these guys got their eyes back on the prize. So you'll live with this. Again, the quarterback has to make a remarkable throw here. Minnesota in man coverage once again. It's going to be the tight end who's a recipient of the ball. There you go. They're bringing 5 to the party again. And look, when he decides to pull this trigger, this is the coverage that he sees. Good coverage, just perfectly thrown ball. So when you see something like that, you see that kind of rep on film, you're putting your positions, you're putting your guys in a position to succeed. Sometimes the quarterback just beats you. Hey, he likes his man coverage now. On this 1st and 10, Penn State comes out with big boy football. 1 running back, 2 tight ends. They're going to motion across the formation, and this is a well-designed play. And tip your cap to Penn State, who's going to go ahead and fake a kind of a swing pass and hit it back on a tight end screen. Minnesota on the front side, 5 on the line of scrimmage, 3, 8 in the box. They are going to go ahead and blitz. The back end coverage is going to be cover 3. They're taking a third of the field. Now, again, tip your cap to Penn State, because here's what happens. They're going to go ahead and you have this jet action coming across the screen. Then you're going to go ahead and try to fake this out to the running back, and there you go. Great design. Tip your cap. It happens. Now, this is what needs to happen moving forward, and I didn't feel like it happened enough last year for the University of Miami. This is when you need a safety eraser to keep a play from going 10 to 12 yards beyond. Can you keep this at like 10 to 12? And that's exactly what happens here on the safety. Plays downhill, has his eyes, and boom, gets him down on the ground. Great play design. Sometimes they're going to win, but you got to limit your losses sometimes so you can fight for another down. Hopefully, our new DC can bring that tendency, and we have people who can erase things on the back end. It's not always rainbows and butterflies, but as a DC, I'm not really mad at myself at this one. Kind of a little upset at my team. Penn State's just going to go ahead and give this. Mike linebacker typically is not the free hitter if they're pushing up to the second line. There is some blocking styles where you're going to go ahead and try to push things on his lap, but he's got nobody. Nobody's blocking him. He's got free reign. Just takes a bad angle, and then I got you in position to make a play. You missed. You in position to make a play. You missed. You missed, and then they score. So Penn State scores on this, but again, as a defensive coordinator, I got my guys in the right position. And Penn State, yeah, you got away with one because right there, and boom, you ripped them down to the ground from like his shirt. That's holding. It's holding. So as we're sneaking into the fourth quarter in this game, some of the general observations I'm having, at least with this game plan, defensive line, they're asked to get upfield. This isn't your Mark D'Onofrio system where you see a lot of two-gapping and a lot of patty cake and deliberate line play. Listen, I'm not anti-two-gapping. There's times when you need to two-gap. I get that. But in this case, 3rd and 10, they're getting upfield. They're trying to penetrate. They're trying to get the quarterback off their spot. They at least get him to try to back foot ball, y'all. So it kind of gets him off his spot. Cam Ward get back foot ball like with the best of them. Now, here's my other general observation as well. In this system so far, you better have some twos, like a nickel 2, linebacker 2. Anybody that's in this spot, you better cover. You got to have some good cover, guys, because he's going to put you in an island, on an island for you, and you're going to have responsibilities. Here, Penn State's going to try to hit a tight end, big on little, slot fade, and great coverage. Great coverage. Into the back pocket. He still sees that as it open. That's the mismatch. Great coverage. No call. Gets up and lets him know. No, yeah. So, exactly. You're going to have guys that cover in this system, especially those two guys. This was a very good game to watch. Penn State's going to win this game 26-25. This is 3rd and 1. They're going to come up a little short here, and then after this, they're going to tushy-pushy it, and then we'll do one more clip after this. But this just kind of just shows the mantra of the defensive coordinator. Not necessarily the schematics or X's and O. It's about their aggression. So they're going to be aggressive under this guy because just pay attention to the defensive line. Here you go. Pushing, aggressive. Couple Penn State offensive lineman guys hit the floor. Safety's coming up. You meet this big defensive end. Now rally to the ball. Get the safety engaged. Okay, good. Going to be aggressive. You're going to have to be aggressive in this system. Again, they're going to use a tushy-pushy to get this for a first down after that, but at the end of the game, fourth quarter, when the game's on the line, Minnesota was the aggressor on that play. You kind of like to see that. And this is going to be the last clip of the evening. I hope you enjoyed, Canes fans. And I know this isn't going to end on the highest of high notes, but there's a lot of things to take note. First, the play called by Penn State on a 4th and 1, diabolical. They show an unbalanced look. Not only that, they're motioning in an offensive lineman, and there's no confusion. Look, they're making this sign, whatever that is. I mean, it's the choke sign to me. I don't necessarily think they choked the game away here. It was just a good play call, and they got a little unlucky and unfortunate. But that's getting them all on the same page. And they take away the first primary read because you're going to see it. Play action pass. He's looking immediately into the flat to see if he could get to this running back. And right here, you were so close to getting him onto the ground. Lose your footing a little bit. He comes back, and there's that tight end leak. And the linebacker saw it coming late. He tried to go ahead and redirect. He kind of lost his footing. And then there you go. They're going to go ahead and make this catch. He astutely stays in bounds so he can essentially clocks this out. And Penn State's going to sneak one out on the road against Minnesota. Just some of my takeaways. Obviously, I felt Minnesota had some better safety play. They had guys that were willing tacklers, could come down hills, keep the big plays marginal at best, kept the 10 to 12-yard plays from popping. They had guys that could cover. They weren't really confused on motions. Seems like a good pickup for the University of Miami Hurricanes based off this game. We'll continue to look at future games. Pay attention to us over here at Student of the Game. As always, stay safe, my friends. I'm your boy Ro, OG member of the Orange Bowl Boys. Bang.